Hi, I've done this up for Will, Mitch and Olivia, and what I've chosen this time is to talk about energising in your surfing. I've chosen one of my favourite models, a mate of mine, Phillips from the Gold Coast. Um, he's got one of the best styles you'll come across and technically very correct. Things you need to think about when energising is, firstly, you need to take off and make a decision. Do you go to the bottom, or do you decide to stick to the middle of the road, throw your arms forward and gain as much speed as possible? The next thing you need to think about is you must always go top to bottom and use the entire wave face. After that, you've got to go rail to rail. The worst thing you can see when a person's trying to gain speed and go through those dead sections is to try and go from tail and then to front foot, back foot. So going front foot, back foot, what you end up doing is hopping. It looks very ugly. Judges don't like it. It's not as aesthetically pleasing as what it is to go rail to generate your speed. And the last thing, which Jay is very good at, and that's your arm lift, and you're throwing your arms in the correct way. So we'll go through. We'll just have a look at it. It's actually a little bit faster than what real life is, but you'll get my idea. So he immediately uses the top and bottom of the wave face. He goes rail to rail. He doesn't bounce through sections, doesn't hop, and he uses lots of arm lifts. I'll point these out to you as we go. So I'll just get him back to the start of the frame, and we'll go through in slow-mo. So if I see here, he paddles in really hard, and then he has to make a decision. Now, normally, we would probably, in a bigger wave, we would definitely drop to the bottom, come down here, and try and do a really nice bottom turn and come back up. Okay? That would be what we would be trying to do. In this particular situation, though, because he knows that it's only a small wave, and he knows that realistically he needs to gain speed, he won't do that. He'll draw his line more down the middle, through there, around here somewhere, and try and gain speed. So let's watch what happens. Move a few more frames through. Notice that he hasn't gone right to the bottom, and now he's gone off the top. Notice when he's got off the top, he's got himself in a really nice position here, where he's got that arm there, he's got that arm dragging down here. He's straightened that leg out a little bit, and he's got all his energy coming down this way here. So he's actually got all his weight onto that inside rail, or outside rail in this case, sorry. Okay, so going back, let's have a look at what happens as he continues on. He will go to the bottom, really nice arm throw there. Have a look at those arms there as he looks back in this little snap. Look where his eyes are looking, back here to the white water. His arms are here and here, and so that arm throw is so important when we're trying to maintain speed. Energy is very important, and creating that energy through the flow is it. Notice also he gets nice and low when he comes off the top and off the bottom. So off here, pause there, go through again, goes here. He's trying to gain speed, and he's not bouncing, he's using rail to rail, and then wham, through here. Have a look, he's looking again. Really nice arm movement throughout. Off the whitewater, rebounds off, gets himself into a situation. Once again, he's squirting the speed out of the tail by using rail to rail and using the height of the wave. Finishing off here really nicely with that maneuver. And then one more here. Gets so low. Notice his body shape as he lands. Super low down here. And that allows him to have plenty of balance, and it also allows him to land properly and get back onto the inside rail nice and quickly. Go through here, there, and finishes off. So, as I said, he's one of my favourite surfers. Champion guy, by the way, too. Now, let's have a think. So we've got the takeoff, so important. The top to bottom, really, really important to use all the wave. The next thing is to go rail to rail and not to hop or bounce. And the last thing is that arm lift. If you can put all of those components together, what you will do is you'll energize, and you will have covered a lot of the criteria within the surfing judging criteria, which says they want speed, power and flow. So those main elements are all generated on even tiny waves like that. So those waves there are small. The wave's probably only around about 2 foot at the max, and it just goes to show that even an adult can energize through those conditions. So that's what you guys have got to try and get yourself into a situation where you can do the same. Hope that helps, and I'll see you guys at training.